the freshers who are there and interested to do something around Salesforce Cloud. So we wanted to know which kind of a certification they should go with to start with.
I never recommend anyone to go and look only for the certification, because certification, if you do not have the understanding of the application, you won't be able to sustain in that, or maybe you won't be able to crack the interview because of you are having the certification.
Hi everyone, hope you all are doing great. So I am back again with another podcast with another guest, and we have a very interesting topic to discuss today, which is related to technology, which is related to cloud, which is related to generative AI, which are the buzzword in the market right now. So I have a very special guest with me who's there in the industry since last 15 years, and she is having a multiple experience and multiple exposure around the client, serving client into multiple clouds technologies, deep technical expertise with strong leadership in project management and team enablement, with extensive experience in Salesforce configuration, data migration, and end-to-end deployment. She's adept at designing scalable solution that align with clients' need while effectively leading teams and removing delivery roadblocks. And one of the major thing which I want to mention over here is she's a leader of Gurgaon Women in Tech. Also, she have demonstrated her commitment to continuous learning, community building within the Salesforce ecosystem. She's a person who's very passionate about empowering others. She's actively contributed to fostering growth and inclusion in tech community. Sonika has been recognized among the top 15 female Salesforce influencer of 2026. I think this is a little bit introduction which I have given from my side. I think we would like to hear from her side also. So we have Sonika Tomar with us. So Sonika, please tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much, first of all, for having me here. It's a really great platform for sharing your experience, your knowledge, and your things, what you have done, and what you would like to continue in your career. So this is a great platform. And about me, as you have already shared a lot of introduction about me, and there are a lot of things which is already explained. So yes, I am having around 15 experience, and I do have 15 X certified with the Salesforce, and some of the certification I have done with different industry as well, like Viva Vault application. There's another one which I have worked on and got a chance to work on that. And almost it's been 10 years since I am leading this Gurgaon user group, the WIT group, and this is a platform where I felt that I have learned so much, and the confidence what I am here today, it just because they gave me this platform to speak on the stage, and they gave me that opportunity to return to the community which they have shared, and we have supported a lot with the other female and the male as well in the industry. So it's been a great experience working with the Salesforce.
Thank you for telling us about yourself, Sonika, and I'm sure you've been there in the industry since last 15 years. You have experienced a lot in those clients calls, in those internal calls, and you might have learned a lot. So we are here to transfer that information or that knowledge from you to the audience who are watching us right now. And I hope they will get some kind of information or get some kind of a data from this podcast, and they will learn something from this podcast for their career growth, because there are so many BTech student and so many tech student who are coming to the industry who's fresher.
Right.
So they should know where to go and what to go for, which certification to go for if they are thinking they wanted to do something around
Right.
cloud. So I think let's start with our questions which I have for you.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to know from your experience, so that somebody in this planet can get the help. So we would really, like to know how your journey started in, this tech, because I myself is a BTech student, and I've seen people around who talk about development, who talk about languages in computers and Java. So these are the very specific words and the terms which I have heard when I was doing my graduation. So we would like to know from your side that how your tech journey started.
I'm coming from a different background.
Okay.
I have done the animation study, and based on that, I got selected for a company that is like a Prime Focus. If you know about that, that is the largest or maybe the biggest company for VFX. So I started working there as a first job.
Mhm.
But because of I did some training for graphic designing and web designing, and from there started giving the interviews. It was a hard time that you are coming from different background and you are giving the interviews for different thing. For that you have taken already 2-3 months training, so it's really hard. So I was coming up down from Delhi to Chandigarh Delhi. It was like a routine for me for giving the interviews. So luckily I got selected in a company that was a small company, but when you need to start something, you don't look for a big one. It's just that you need a chance.
Yeah.
So I started working in that company that was very small, like 15 or to 20 people hardly they were having. But I thought, okay, let me get into this and then I can start. So I started with that company, but unfortunately, after working maybe 2-3 months in that company, they asked me to leave the company because they were closing to shut down the company, maybe because of the customer. They were not having that good enough. So I said okay, and then I started giving the interviews for the new job. And again, after 2-3 months, I got another company and that I got selected. So I started working there as a graphic designer.
Okay.
And in that company, they were having two divisions. One is graphic designing because they wanted to launch their own portal for greetings and all. So they needed some candidate who have the knowledge for graphics and web. And also similarly, same time, they were having a different division, which is for the Salesforce. But I had no idea about the Salesforce because I am coming from different background where I never heard about Salesforce. Is there any sales related work or and all? So I was not sure that is a sales related or this is a different technology we are into.
Yeah.
But when I started looking and working that company, I got to know more about that Salesforce thing, and that fascinated me a lot. So I dig down into that, and I thought, okay, this is something feels interesting, where I would like to, because I was not happy with my current job, what I was doing at that time.
Okay.
Because again, you need a work which makes you feel happy.
Correct.
And that was not the work what I was doing as a graphic designer or as a web designer.
Okay.
So again, I thought, okay, I worked around 2 years in that company, the VFX one, Prime Focus, for 2 years. And then again, restarted myself as a graphic designer for almost a year. And then I decided, okay, let me switch one more time.
Okay.
The career, because I'm not happy what I'm doing. So then I asked to my company, some colleagues and the management, that I would like to change my career path from this to that. So okay, they said, okay, let us think if we can help you. So they said, okay, we can't completely change your way of working, but we can give you some time that you can do the graphic work, and if you get time, so you can work and learn the Salesforce. They were providing the internal training, sir, for
Okay.
new freshers and all.
That's the
So,
organization who
sir,
has given you kit
yeah,
to learn
exactly.
Salesforce technology.
So from
Salesforce
there, I
cloud.
started working, and you can say like I was doing a 2-time job, because
Okay.
one, I have to work as a graphic designer, my 8-hour shift, and then because I had to learn that new technology, so for that definitely I was working late night from my home and learning about the clouds, how it work, and if I would like to continue that, how it's gonna be beneficial for me as a long term, because every time I cannot switch my career. This is the third time I'm already doing.
Yeah.
So from there, I guess that is the best decision I took, and I take a faith of leap, and then started working in the Salesforce technology, and since there, I guess continued.
So it's been how long for you to work in Salesforce domain?
So I guess because I started my career in 2011,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2015 or 16 in midway, I switched completely into Salesforce.
So I think
So I guess
12,
almost 10 to 12 years completely with the Salesforce.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So we would like to know what inspired to be there in the tech industry.
So I guess whatever you are doing, either in tech industry or in any industry, you
Mhm.
should be happy what you are doing, and that you feel encouraged
Mhm.
that okay, you have to complete some milestone.
Mhm.
So I guess that is very much needed then
Okay.
to continue in any career.
Yeah, I think you have wonderfully, explained it, because, whenever you're doing any task, you have to be satisfied
Right.
internally first,
Right.
right? Before, and of course, to put all the effort in those tasks, and, and I think the result will automatically
Yeah,
come,
definitely.
right? So again, you should be happy what you're
Exactly.
doing, right? Was there a moment when you almost gave up in during your 10 to 12 year of journey?
It would have been an option. I guess I would have given maybe a second time or maybe after a first job, but that was never an option. I wanted to continue my career. I wanted to be somewhere
Mhm.
that keep motivating myself
Mhm.
that I would like to self independent, and for that I guess you do not have any option to
Yeah.
give up.
So I think a lot of people who are watching us would like to know, when you enter into the tech industry, what kind of a challenges did you face, of course, during your tenure of 12, 13 years in Salesforce. So just wanted to understand from your side, from your experience, that what kind of a challenges did you face?
So challenges is like when you do not have proper guidance,
Mm-hmm.
that's challenge for you.
Okay.
And when you do not have complete understanding of what you want to continue as a career, or
Mhm.
maybe what you are doing, what could be the other ways of doing it perfectly. So I guess that's again a challenge. And as I'm coming from a very small town, do not have that much exposure
Mhm.
of learning and knowing where you would like to continue as a career wise. So that's the biggest challenge you face, because you learn, you fail, you win, it's all up to you.
Yeah,
Nobody else help you.
that's a part of journey.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you learn, and then you go, and then you fail, and
Yeah,
again you start. That's what
it's all
happens.
about your journey.
Yeah.
You have to build it in your own way.
Like the way you have mentioned that the proper guidance was not
Yeah,
there
yeah.
in your tenure. So that is the biggest thing, which nowadays girl or a guy who comes to the industry, they don't have the mentor,
Right.
so the mentorship is very important for a individual to be there. So
Right.
just wanted to understand, that's a quick question which came in
Yeah.
my mind. Is there any mentor in your life right now, I mean, who you take a guidance, who you follow, like that?
So to be honest, I have been quite lucky in that way, because the friend I have around me, the mentor, or maybe the companies in I have worked,
Mhm.
they have been supportive to me, or maybe some other people as well, because if they were not supported me, I wouldn't have done so much.
Mhm.
Because somewhere they helped me and they supported me that okay, you can do this, you can do this, or maybe if you need any help, we are here to help you. You just continue what you would like to work, or maybe build your career.
Mhm.
So, and my friends were I have only very limited friends, but they are really good in tech, so they helped me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is not a specific mentor.
Specific, I do not have any mentor, but a couple of the people who helped me in this career, they definitely are, and they will be continue.
Perfect. This is a very interesting question which I have now. Have you ever experienced any gender bias in your career, and how did you handle it?
Yes, definitely. I have faced that career gender wise biased, because I remember one incident when I gave an interview and I got selected for the
Okay.
company,
Mhm.
and I was waiting for the offer letter.
Mhm.
So HR called me that Sonika, we would like to continue with the male candidate so that he can stay late in the evening.
Oh.
And because you are a female, so we cannot ask you to stay late in the office. So that's why we would like to continue with that candidate instead of you.
Mhm.
So I guess that should not be there, because if you are if you would like somebody to be in the office late evening, either let them go home and they can finish their work at the home. It's not necessary to stay in the office itself.
Yeah.
So I guess that should not be there.
Yeah, I think aajkal there is a demand in the market, in the industry, I would say, that there is the job profiles uh, which basically ask you to stay late. I mean, work till late nights. So absolutely, you have already given a solution that they can go back
Yeah,
and
right.
they can work.
Because IT industry is all about you are working remotely.
Yeah.
You do not need to be in the office only. You can go home and you can start and you can finish your work there.
Yeah.
So that is the biggest advantage of being into technology.
Yes, definitely. So just a quick question, during our conversation मेरे दिमाग में आया कि लोग actually कंपनी की वजह से नहीं छोड़ते हैं. They leave organization because of the people around. Yeah. This is not because of the people who are the management there. No, it is around they are working with. So
Surrounding
it is
there.
surroundings, right? I will now focus towards the women part, which is very close to my heart. Just wanted to understand and to know that there are so many freshers who are coming in the industry, and what kind of a guidance you wanted to give to them, to what kind of things they should learn before coming to the industry, so that the journey for them should be easy. Maybe you can be a mentor for somebody else. Yeah.
So I guess instead of focusing on multiple things, you should have focused only one thing which you would like to continue in your career. Because I have seen, and we took the interview for freshers, and for some year of experience person, I took the interview. And in that I've seen there is one thing which is, like, you can say, the personal behavior. I don't find it very professional, because somewhere they try to talk in the way that they are very close to you, which should not be there. The professionalism is always on the priority. And also when you are entering into any industry, your basics should be clear.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that they talk about the latest technology, they talk about the advanced features and all, but they are lacking in the basics. And basics of any technology, any language is very much mandate. And also about the communication, which they somewhere, because I know it's not that easy to be communicator and to be that good in the communication, but at least because you are in an era that you have to compete with a lot of people, and the communication is in technology especially, you have to deal with the customers, you have to deal with the management. So for that, I guess communication is again the one of the key that you should be into that. So I guess,
as you coming from a background wherein you have worked with Salesforce technology since so many years, so the freshers who are there and interested to do something around Salesforce cloud, so we wanted to know which kind of a certification they should go with to start with, I think. So if you can guide and if you can tell them that what kind of a certification they should do and what kind of a basic they should learn.
So I guess Salesforce is one of the they provide a very beautiful platform, which is Salesforce Trailhead, and in that you can start learning by yourself, because they are giving the examples, and you can do the exercises over there. And also there are lots of blogs where people are sharing the knowledge, people are sharing the end-to-end solution, and there are a couple of the things which you can learn from their experience, which is there. And about the certification, I never recommend anyone to go and look only for the certification, because certification is somewhere a little bit of push or help, but it's not about that. If you do not have the understanding of the application, you won't be able to sustain in that, or maybe you won't be able to crack the interview because of you are having the certification. Because they will ask you, how did you complete the certification? If you do not have the understanding, then again a backlash for you, that you did the certification but you do not have the basic understanding. So first clear your basic understanding and then go for the certification, and you can learn a lot of things from the Trailhead modules. They have given so much content over there, so that is the biggest platform which Salesforce provides itself
to learn.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Perfect. So we would like to know what qualities make a strong leader in a technology industry? What those, 3 4 5 qualities which you will say, yeah, this is the quality which should be there in leaders technology industry?
Okay, so in technology as a leader is like first thing you should be having is like people management, because if you are on a certain position that you are leading,
Mhm.
so for that you need to know that how to handle the people
Yeah.
who is around you, who is working under you.
Mhm.
And then again the communication, because you have to be a little softer side
Mhm.
when you are talking to someone.
Mhm.
You can't be harsh every time.
Mhm.
So that's again a thing. And also because you are into that specific designation, that you should be having the understanding of the application, the work you are doing into, because somebody can question you, okay, you do this much, but if you have to work something on, then you should be able to work on that, and you should be able to see the other people's what they are doing, because you can't blindly trust on them.
Mhm.
So that's the another thing which you need to work on that. So I guess there are the mix of the technology
Yeah.
and the leading management and
Yes,
people.
I
Yeah.
think Sonika very beautifully highlighted 2 major points which is there in the leadership technology. One is, people management, which should be there, because you have to deal with multiple people day in day out, and you have to be on their pace according to
Right.
their speed of work, or maybe their understanding.
Right.
Second, which you have very highlighted, is the knowledge.
Yeah.
Right, you should have knowledge of what you are doing exactly. Right,
Yeah.
these are the 2 things which you wanted to
Yeah.
mention. This is a very tricky question.
Okay.
What technology trend excites you the most right now?
I guess AI is the boom right now,
Yeah.
and we all are leveraging the AI
Yeah.
in different ways.
Yes.
And definitely is capturing the market in a very vast way.
Mhm.
And in our day-to-day activity as well, somewhere we are using the AI
Yes.
in a very small task as well.
Yeah.
Even if I need to look for something which is about the very basic, so you can look the help for AI.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the AI generation
Yeah.
which we are walking into it, and this is the latest trend. We all are collaborating with that in a small task or a big one.
So I think a lot of things we have spoke about your experience, about the information which you wanted to give. Now I really wanted to talk to you regarding a real time, or a real life example. You might be dealing with multiple customer day in day out, right? So हमें कोई ऐसा केस स्टडी या यूज केस आप बताओ जहां पर आपने कुछ ऐसा सिंस स्क्रैच डेवलप किया है with the help of course Salesforce Cloud. So just help us to understand how this works and what you have delivered to the client.
Okay, so there was a client which is into the manufacturing
Okay.
product. So they were displaying couple of the products over the website,
Mhm.
but somehow the website is just there, but it's not functional.
Mhm.
It just they're displaying what they have as a product, and their sales team, they are doing all the manual efforts.
Oh.
So for that they wanted to have some solution which is automated,
Mhm.
and also we can help that customer to generate more revenue and all.
Mhm.
So this was a quite good one which I feel, and for that customer we suggested that we should be integrating your website with our Salesforce product.
Mhm.
And through that, if somebody wants to come to a platform and they want to purchase anything, they can just do it themselves.
Mhm.
They don't need to call the sales team that, okay, I'm interested into this product, and can you please just ship this one on. They can do it by themselves
Okay, so
automatically.
you have integrated their website
Yes,
with
website.
Salesforce
Right.
Cloud, right?
Yes, yes.
And all the back-end process was
Automated, yes.
So which Salesforce Cloud
So we
you have?
used Sales Cloud for that.
Sales Cloud.
And
okay.
also a couple of the features we used for that, because we also run the campaign for them that you should be knowing that from where you are getting the most of the queries, and from which location you have the maximum number of the customers who is interested into the product, or you also need to know that which is your product who is getting the high sell product, and where you are lacking in terms of which product or maybe which area. So you can focus on that, and this helped a lot to that customer, and he was quite happy with the delivered solution. So that was a good one.
Very interesting. I'm sure it has given a lot of revenue to him after that.
I'm sure.
Great. So we would like to know, how can companies encourage more women to enter technical industry?
I guess companies are doing already a lot of for the women. They are driving the women drive only for tech itself, and also they are conducting the certain amount of the interviews only for the female candidate. They would like to fulfill those designation or a certain percentage of the total candidates of them. So it's already there. So they are doing really good, and we see that in the tech industries.
Okay. So we would like to know, what keeps you motivated during challenging times?
Challenging time, as I said that I restarted my career 3 times. So I guess that was the biggest challenge. If I could have come over that time, so I guess now I'm continued and I know what I need to do, where I need to be.
So I think a lot of questions we have already asked. We would like to do some kind of a rapid fire round with you. One woman leader who inspire you?
It's not one, there are multiple actually, because I have read a lot about them.
You'll go for coffee or you'll love to code? If given a choice.
Both. At the same time, I
Both
guess.
at the same time, so you're a multitasker. Great. Any AI opportunity or threat?
It depends actually, because AI could be an opportunity and could be a threat in terms of how you are using, because there are a lot of misuse of AI these days, and lots of help you are getting from AI. So it depends how you use that technology, because the people who are using in the bad way or maybe just misusing the technology, that's again not a good one actually.
Okay. Admin or developer?
Both.
Favorite Salesforce product?
Sales Cloud always.
Sales Cloud.
Because that's the one from where I started, and that's the oldest cloud, the Sales Cloud.
Okay.
And still we use it, and we will continue using it, because this is the basic of the Salesforce, from where you continue your other products working with that cloud.
Trailhead or YouTube Learning?
I guess instead of YouTube, I would like to go with the Trailhead, because there you see the end-to-end solution. There you see you can play around with the Trail Max, and you can do it. You can practice with that as well, because they provide you the playground for them.
Okay. So one word to describe the Salesforce community?
I guess clouds of cloud.
Great. So what emerging Salesforce skill should professional focus in the next few years?
The basic first need to be there. And also coping up with the latest trend which is going on in the market. And do not forget your roots, that from where you started, and that will be keep continuing in your way. And always keep updated yourself what's going on. And also, because in Salesforce itself there are lots of things happening day to day, and there are lots of products, and there are lots of modules and the exercises they are doing in day to day. So that's though it's very difficult to continue and to cope up with everything, but somewhere you need to try, because you have to survive in the industry, and that's very much needed actually.
Yeah, I'm sure. How important is continuous learning and certification in Salesforce technology or Salesforce Cloud?
So continuous learning is always important, because that keeps you updated what's going on in the market and what's going on in the technology you are working on. And certification helps you to build your profile is in a more stronger way, because the work you have done, that somewhere you need a certification. Okay, you have completed this much of this type of work. So maybe company would ask you, okay, go for the certification, and that helps you and your company as well, because company will also look for the certification that is needed for their profile as well. Because Salesforce bhi unko mangta hai ki okay, aapko hai na itne certified people have to be in your company. या अगर आपने इतना project किए हैं, तो उसके लिए there is a criteria you need to fulfill, and then उसमें आपका एक चीज और ऐड होती है कि आपकी पार्टनरशिप
Mhm.
विच हेल्प्स यू टू ग्रो योर पार्टनरशिप विद द एनी स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्री. जैसे कि सेल्सफोर्स की बात है तो उसमें दिस हेल्प्स यू
Yeah.
कि आपकी पार्टनरशिप को और बेटर वे में वो प्रेजेंट करती है कि आपके पास इतने सर्टिफाइड बंदे हैं, आपके पास इतना आपने प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया है, तो
Mhm.
वो उसके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Okay. So I really want to talk to you towards your personal front, as you have been there in the industry since last 15 years and you have a very beautiful daughter. So how does this both the journeys, because I understand when you're working with development or technology, so there are a lot of time which you have to invest to your work,
Right.
and along with that you had that motherhood journey. So how did that incline, I mean, and how did it combine together, and how was your experience about it?
So I guess for that your family plays a very important role, and also your house help.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, they are there
Yeah.
because without them it's very difficult to survive
Yeah.
and to focus on your career as well. And I would like to give a thanks to COVID as well, because when I became a mother, I joined a company, and that time they gave me the complete remote work.
Uh-huh.
So from there, I guess this was the biggest help to working from home and looking for your daughter.
Mhm.
And your husband, your house help, they are the biggest friend because they understand, okay, your work is also equally important what you are doing, because you have certain goals in your career as well. And
Mhm.
for that, definitely you need to focus on your work, what you are
Mhm.
doing. So I mean, that's the blessing of having a good husband, or maybe having a good help. So
Yeah.
that's definitely there.
I think that's you as you have mentioned that a family plays a very important role, because like for an example, when you're working in a team in your office,
Right.
right? So everybody has their role to give to that project, right?
Right.
Same way it's in your personal life, you can't
Exactly.
do it alone.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
every member of your family, be it your husband, your mother-in-law, your daughter, your of course
Your
the house
help and all
helps.
is very
So everybody role is very important in your
Exactly.
life to be here in this position that
Right.
you can serve to the clients
Right.
in the industry. So we would like to know more on the part how Salesforce as an organization is helping the women in the industry in technology and in learning in cloud. How?
So for Salesforce, I guess they are playing a very major role, because earlier they used to have only user groups,
Mhm.
and user groups were combined for both, either is male or female. But just because lack of the female candidate presence in those groups, that's how Salesforce came up with another idea to having a different group, which is the WIT, which is Women in Tech group.
Mhm.
So women lead that group, and they encourage that more women should be there and present there. So that's how I became a group leader, because
Okay.
I was involved in certain groups, and I did a couple of the attending the groups and did some volunteering in those user groups.
Mhm.
So from there, I guess they recognize my efforts, and they provided me the group to handle from Gurgaon.
Mhm.
And it's almost 10 years since I am handling that group.
Wow.
And in that, I encourage the female to
Mhm.
come up and present what you have to showcase to the other people, so that you do not have that fear of speaking in public,
Mhm.
because that is, I guess, the biggest fear we all have.
Yeah,
When we
definitely.
are in front of a lot of people, we somewhere feel that not that confident. So
Uh-huh.
I guess that's how I encourage the women to come up and to present, to talk about anything you
Uh-huh.
would like to. It's not about the technology only.
Mhm.
You can talk about any business related thing. You can talk about the different industry if you are coming from different one.
Mhm.
So it's a platform here. You should be there, you should speak up.
Mhm.
You should just not to be agitated too much,
Mhm.
because that's how you can leverage this platform for your personal growth as well in your company. You will be leading maybe certain designations in upcoming years. So for that, I guess you need to be confident enough for dealing with that situation.
Wow. Salesforce has provided a really good and interesting platform for the women's out there who
Yeah.
can, who can come without even thinking, without even hesitating, and come on board and talk about whatever
Right.
they think about their business, about maybe their technology where they're working. So I think a big thanks to Salesforce, right,
Yeah.
that they have given this platform and they are investing out there for the women out in the industry. So Sonika, we really need to know, because we have freshers who come to the industry after 1 year, 2 year, they change the organization for their growth, maybe personally, maybe monetary. So we would like to know from you, as per your experience, when a person is changing the organization or in the transition phase, what points they should consider in their mind while looking for the opportunities in the market, number one, or number two is while in that transition.
Okay. So I guess the first thing which you need to keep in mind that some certain things which is private, keep it private, because I faced an issue in my earlier phase. I was I got selected in a couple of the companies,
Mhm.
and they wanted me to share the company name, but that is again the confidential thing you should not disclose.
Mhm.
But the HR forced me a lot.
Mhm.
So somewhere I trusted her and I disclosed the company name.
Mhm.
But what happened internally, the HR connected to the same company HR, which I told the name,
Mhm.
and none of them released my offer letter. So
Oh.
that was the biggest mistake I did, that
Uh-huh.
not to disclose the name,
Uh-huh.
because you never know what could be the repercussions of your telling the name.
Uh-huh.
And if it is disclosed, keep it disclosed. Other than, I guess that could be not gonna be in your
Yeah,
favor.
you give the you are giving a message to the people around that you should be keeping things secret, or
Secret.
maybe a private,
Yeah, definitely.
so that it should be with yourself, not to any other person or maybe a persona.
Yeah.
I think on this note, we would like to close our podcast, and definitely will be coming back with another podcast with another guest. And I'm sure you might have learned something from this podcast, or I'll keep coming with more podcasts. Thank you so much for watching us. Bye bye. Take care.